Hello folks, how we doing this morning? We can kind of give an update. On the situation with my brother. See what you all think. Wait till we get a few people in here maybe. Well, hi MGB, how are you this morning? Hello Wyoming. I just kind of wanted to give an update this morning on my brother's situation up in Kansas City. I guess they found his pickup truck. Those of you that don't know, here, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 days ago, my brother got robbed at gunpoint up in Kansas City, and they took his truck and billfold and his phone and everything he had. He was going to pick up a leaf blower that he'd found on Facebook Marketplace, and the robber had went into a house that was for sale, gave my brother that address, so it was a vacant house. And my brother showed up there, and anyway, robbed him at gunpoint, took his truck, took everything away from him. He's probably lucky he didn't get shot in the whole ordeal. So anyway, the day before yesterday, they called my brother, the police department did, up in the Kansas City area. Said they found his pickup truck sitting in an apartment complex, and they asked him if he wanted to come get it. This was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's like, well, I'm not coming up there at 3 o'clock in the morning. You just have to tow it in the tow lot, and I'll come get it later on. So they towed it into the lot, and while he was talking to the police department, he said, well, are y'all going to process my truck? You know, you're going to fingerprint it and see if you can find any fingerprints in it or on it, or, you know, to try to figure out who done this armed robbery. And they said, no, we ain't going to process nothing. You just need to come get it. So he took his trailer and went up to Kansas City and picked his truck up out of the tow lot. So he got his truck back, but for some reason the police didn't think it was feasible to fingerprint the truck to try to find out who the perpetrator was. And I just thought, you know, that's kind of crazy. Here you have somebody that's been robbed at gunpoint, and you're not even going to as much as try to fingerprint the truck to see if you can figure anything out. I just thought that was rather a crazy ordeal. And when they picked this truck up at the apartment complex, the doors were all locked on the truck, so nobody could get in it. So therefore, any fingerprints that was inside the truck would have to be related to the criminal who robbed him, because the truck was secured. It was locked up. It ain't like anybody could have walked by and just opened the door and got in it. So therefore, any fingerprints that would have been in it would have belonged to the criminal. So we're living in a crazy world these days. You know, it's pretty bad when you get robbed at gunpoint like that, and the police department won't even as much as try to get any fingerprints to try to solve the case. All that tells me is that the police department has no desire to solve the case. I don't know if he could have somebody else fingerprinted or not. I kind of doubt it. That's kind of a law enforcement deal only. But I just thought it was rather crazy. I'm like, this man performed an armed robbery that would automatically be a felony, probably carry 10 to 15 year prison sentence, and they have no desire to even work hard enough to try to figure out who it is. Kind of crazy. I guess that's the way these big cities are getting to be nowadays. Those of you that don't know, I used to own a tow service. I had a tow service for 16, 17 years. So I was involved in a lot of criminal cases. I towed in a lot of theft recovery vehicles, and it was always protocol to fingerprint the vehicle to try to find some sort of it was always when I towed vehicles in, if they were a stolen vehicle, it was always mandatory to try to find the fingerprints, find something, some sort of, maybe some papers that were in there that belonged to the person, or, I don't know. It kind of blew me away that the police department is that away now. But anyway, I kind of wanted to give an update. He did get his truck back. His truck has a lot of mechanical issues now. The transmission's not shifting properly. Something's jacked up with the brake system on the truck. So, it wasn't wrecked, and obviously the guy was driving it because it was parked at an apartment complex. And, like my brother told me, he's like, well, why are you going to tow my truck from the apartment complex? Being that you found the truck, why don't you just stake out the apartment complex and wait till 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning and see if the guy comes back to the truck, and then arrest him when he does come back to the truck. There was a lot of different avenues that could have been taken. A lot of different avenues that could have been pursued, other than, well, we found your truck, come get it, and case closed. And now you got a armed criminal still running around out on the street because the police department decided that it was not worth their time, I guess, to do a proper investigation. So this is the kind of stuff that we are dealing with nowadays. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. It don't leave you much faith in our law enforcement divisions. But anyway, I just wanted to jump on here real quick, kind of let everybody know what was going on, being that I brought it up. So I guess that kind of closed out his case. He got his truck back, and he lost his $1,000 cash he had. He lost his billfold, his driver's license, all of his debit cards, all of his extra keys that he had in his truck. They're all gone. They'd rummaged through his truck and threw papers all over everywhere that he had, in the console and all that. You can see where they'd rummaged through everything. So, yeah, without a doubt, Wyoming, it will happen again, because, the guy has no repercussions, so he knows that the cops ain't going to come get him because they don't care. So, anyway, I just kind of want to jump on this morning and let everybody know. So, that's kind of my update on that. I just got done feeding cows and feeding calves, and I'm gonna go see if I can't try to get me a load found to hopefully get back out on the road and get back to trucking. But I hope every one of you have a good day, and always stand up for freedom. Anyway, that's kind of all I got for today. Thank you all for coming in.